Let's see if anybody jumps on here. I'll just get on and catch up with a few of you. Not sure how many will jump on here late. I'm sure a few people must still be up. Somebody's on there. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? I'm just jumping on here just to catch up with people. Hey, Whitney Balls. Girlfriend, how you doing? How's Chunky Butt? Four people jumping on. Jason, good to see you, my friend. Just thought I'd get on here and chit-chat a bit. It's been a crazy week, to say the least, I'm sure, for everybody. I'm just sitting here chilling, turn the TV off. Don't think I need any more news. I got as much news as I need. Thanks for the 3 likes, guys. Chunky Butt doing good. Yeah, Milo and Mrs. ECP just hit the hay. I think my daughter's probably still up. But I thought I'd just jump on here and chat for a little bit with my friends, my online YouTube friends. See how everybody was doing. Yeah, crazy isn't the word for it. I don't even know how to describe it. It's almost like something out of a movie or something, you know. It's so surreal. We just got 8 cases in my state of West Virginia, and one here locally in town that came from Ohio. She drove down about an hour and a half, I guess, to go to a bigger hospital. So I'm right on the Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia border. So yeah, it is. You're right. Crazy is an understatement. I just don't know what the weeks and months to come are going to be like, to say the least. But I had an auction last night. Went really well. That was a lot of fun. Thursday nights at 8:30. Almost didn't do it, and I thought, what the heck? I shipped everything out the next morning. I never know what the mail's going to be doing. But I had a good time with that. I was on Stacking Stormtroopers auction tonight. Yeah, I hope it ends by May too. I hope it ends by sooner than better with all this, but they're all saying that the worst is yet to come, which is scary to say the least. There's too much of it for me right now. Looks like we got 5 people in here, so a few of us are chit-chatting. A couple of us are probably just listening, which is fine. There's David Carlisle. How you doing, my friend? Glad you're watching, looking. How have you been? Haven't talked to you in a while, my friend. Looks like we got Whitney and Johnny and Jason. Coin Bros are on. Hey, Coin Bros, good to see you. Good to see you, my friends. Yeah, we got everybody speaking up there now. No more lurkers. But thought I'd just get on, say hi, see how everybody's doing. Just thought I'd chit-chat for a bit. You know, it's a Friday night. I got called off of work last Friday, so I've had my first full week of telework, and honestly, they haven't had much telework for me yet. So I'm supposed to be a virtual representative. So we'll see how that all shakes out. That's my new holographic sticker. See the glare with it and the colors. It's kind of nifty. On my second set of them. They did pretty good. He lurked last night, but we're having an auction, so no worries, man. You always jump in here and say hello at least, even on the auction. Thank you, good sir. They are pretty neat stickers. I gave them away with everybody's auction wins last night. Some of them got doubles, but that's okay. Listen, I understand that. Don't worry about it. You don't have to spend anything to hang out with ECP. I just do it because it seems like everybody's asking for it. You know, and honestly, I needed to thin the herd a little bit on my stack anyways over the last decade or longer I've been stacking. Just too many things. But it looks like we got 5 jumped in here, 3 likes. You got a chance to mash that like button. I don't know if we're going to get any more people to jump in here. Hopefully we do. Seems like the notifications from YouTube are sporadic. Some of my favorite channels, I know what time they're on. I have to go look for them. I'm not getting a notification and have to dig for it. Even when I go onto their channel, I have to go into videos to see whether they're live or not. And I just don't quite understand what YouTube is doing. It's almost like they just have a select group of people that they want to promote that are in like, I don't know, 10,000 club and above. They really do. They don't promote a lot of the 1,000, 2,000 channels, but boy, they get on those big ones that are 10K and up. Man, if they pop on, they're all about it. But I guess that's all about money. You know, they bring in the money to YouTube and super chats and all that stuff. So it is what it is. I guess it's what makes the world go around is the almighty dollar. You're doing DoorDash. You're getting your food ordered to the door. That's pretty neat. I've never used that, but I know it's in my area. It is the truth. It is the truth. Money's what makes the world go round. You know, it's one of those necessary evils, I guess. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. We got 5 great people on here. It's just pretty neat. We've got a few people got it. We went through the notification problem a couple months ago. Now I get way more than I can watch. That's too funny. Yeah, I tried to see Stacking Stormtroopers tonight, and I knew he was on. He'd sent me a text, and he wasn't in my news feed. I went to my subscription, and he wasn't there. I went to his channel. It wasn't showing up. I had to go into his videos to get it to see his live stream that was going on. So I don't know. That was really weird. That's the first time I've ever had to dig that deep just to see a stream there because it wasn't even showing up when I went to his channel. But yeah, 4 likes there. We almost matched the number of people in here. Maybe I'm one of the people that's showing up. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, let's see what's that do. This lightens things up. Oh, that's neat. Look at this. Hey, Bubbles. Bubbles. There we go. You're going to have some fun. Let's see, dance party. Can you all see these changes? That's funny. That's pretty neat on the ECP sticker, too. Dream. There's Dream. What's that doing? The sticker is through Sticker Mule. That's where I ordered them. Yeah, there's no lockdown here in West Virginia. Yeah, there's the black and white. There's Slate. There's a Glow. Crush. Pop. Oh, that looks good. Pop looks pretty good. Blush. Beam. There's Normal. I still like this one. Bubbles. Chunky Butt likes the bubbles, I bet. Bubbles. Curtis. Got Curtis back. Hey, Curtis. How you doing, my friend? Sorry, I was playing with the screen. Can you guys see the bubbles? Type of 1 if you can see the bubbles. One. Johnny says he sees the bubbles. ECP's being goofy. He's being slap happy. I'm even talking to myself in the third person. There's dance party. Just need a little music going. More bubbles, says Whitney Balls. There we go. Hey, I like the bubbles. We just need some, what's that? Bing Crosby or Lawrence Welk, right? Wasn't it? I'm trying to show my age here. That's my mom and dad's era, Lawrence Welk. Let's see, I haven't gone to these other ones. There's Dream. There's Glamour. 8mm. Ooh, that's neat. It's like the video's playing, like a 8mm screen, like a video going. That's a documentary. Sepia. Silver screen. Haunt. Ooh, spooky ECP. Spooky ECP. Ooh, gotcha. Sketch. Okay, you guys get your crayons out and color your screen. You gotta color your screen. Yeah, this is paint by numbers. Paint by numbers. I think I like the 8mm. There we go. I'm going back to the bubbles for Whitney balls. Tiny bubbles. It's like Lawrence Welk, or what was that guy, the Hawaiian guy, Don Ho? Didn't he sing the bubble songs? Or in East Texas, everybody's talking about important stuff. Tennessee's not on lockdown, but some banks drive through. Yeah, a lot of our banks are drive through only now. They've done that. Our restaurants here are all closed down, so they are only pickup or drive through. So we got pizza tonight, and they didn't have a drive through, so you just went in and picked up. We paid for it ahead of time and just walked in. So I used some disinfectant wipes to open the door. I stayed 6-7 feet away from everybody. Got my pizza, went back out the door, wiped everything down, and then disinfected my hands. Chunky Butt likes the bubbles. We've been getting all kinds of rain. City buildings are closed. Now, see, my son works for the Army Corps. He's back home. His girlfriend's back home. My son-in-law lives in Cincinnati. He works for Huntington Banks, and they're drive-through only, but he's still going to work. They can come into the bank by appointment only. They said somebody came in today that was sick and coughing and hacking. Or they've been telling him how sick she had been. So that was real nice on their part. And then my daughter works for a shipping company, but they're just doing in-office calls. There's only 3 of them. And they're staying apart from one another, but she's just doing collections. She's calling businesses, collecting overdue bills. So she's not doing any sales, of course. But ECP bubbles. We only got 2 people in here now. Where'd everybody go? Did we lose David Carlisle? Did we lose Johnny? You got Whitney Balls and Curtis. Or Johnny's still in there? It's only showing 2 people in here now. People dropping off. David's here. I wonder why it only says 2 people on my screen. Because we're Whitney Balls, David's here, Johnny's here, Curtis is here. That's really weird. I don't get YouTube. 47,420. He says he didn't get the notification about Stormy either. Yeah, I don't know. Now it's showing 3 people in. I think you're subscribed, everybody. Did the 47, 42, 47, 420 gone? I don't think I've seen him in here before. I think he might be a new subscriber for me. I might have picked him up in Stormy's channel. He was giving me a big shout out. He may have left. But I don't know if I can handle. Let's see if I can handle some more. There's Glamour. I like the 8mm. That looks kind of neat. We sold my mom and dad's house and picked up some old videos there. There's Dawn. Dance Party. There's Dance Party. ECP Dance Party. Hospital and state are talking about closing due to the lack of supplies. You know, that's just amazing to me that we kind of knew this was coming and we weren't stocked up, 1. And number 2, we weren't ready for the test kits. Now it jumped to 4 people. I don't know if YouTube's tracking this thing right or not. So I've got 4 likes and 4 people on here. Dance Party, yeah. There's Dream. I'm not sure what Dream is doing. Oh, I got you from Seeker's channel. Cool. I love Silver Seeker, man. He's a neat guy. That's a fun channel. That's a fun channel. I'm not sure if he got any halves, do you know, for tomorrow night, or is he going to do an auction? Do we know? Because I talked to Seeker on text message a couple of days ago, and his bank lobby was closed. It had drive-through only, and he didn't know if he was going to be able to pick his halves up or not. So I kind of wondered whether he was still going to be doing his coin roll hunt tomorrow. Yeah, he mentioned he told me, he said he didn't know if he's going to get his boxes of coins yet or not, and he might just do a an auction instead, I think. So we'll see. We will see what he ends up doing. I'm not quite sure. We have 4 people in the house now. 5 people in the house. 5 likes. There we go. 5 for 5. 5 for 5. We got people popping in and popping out on a Friday night. I figured we'd have 10 or 12 people in here by now. 6. We're climbing. We're climbing. Yeah, I didn't even ask him. I should text him right now and just ask him. Say, hey, are you coin roll hunting tomorrow or auctioning tomorrow? Do I need to save some money? He usually has some pretty good auctions, but he gets so many people in there, they get bid up pretty high. You know, occasionally I'll snag something from his auctions. Had 7 there for a little bit. Back down to 6. They probably saw the bubbles. They probably weren't a Bubbles fan, so let's see if they'd rather have a dance party. Always laugh in the stream when you ask about Chunky Butt, and I'm sure people are like, what did he say? It's true. It's true. The people that know us know Chunky Butt, though. That's our pet rabbit, is Chunky Butt. It hasn't stopped raining. Milo and Chunky Butt. Ooh. They're good pets. So Whitney, I got to tell you this. I got a new dog. And I went out to the farm to feed the cows. I know you've probably seen ECP farms, right? And let me take this off of, let me put it back on normal. Okay, so I'm going to show you something. So me and my daughter and my wife, since we're kind of all closed in right now like everybody else is, right? And we went out to the farm to feed the cows. And, oh, that's me. I need to do that video. I did make a farm video. I didn't post it. So we went out to go feed the cows. And when I opened my gate, there was a dog at my gate. Can you see this? There. This dog was at my gate. And from what I can tell, she's a bird dog. And looks like an English pointer. Gorgeous dog, female. There's my daughter. Yeah, we went and fed the cows. And so this dog jumped right up in the truck. She was sitting out there by my gate, laying down in the hayfield, all warmed up. She had a blue collar on, but no name on her, okay? So I didn't find any name. We were going to take her to her owner or call. She is pretty, and she's got a personality to match. I'll show you some other pictures of her. So she jumped up in the car. She's in my truck. I just bought this $53,000 brand new truck. And she jumps right up in the truck. My 20-year-old daughter, which, you know, we're all going through this rough time. And what are you going to say to her? You know, get that dog out of my truck? No. You say, I'll vacuum out the hair later. And so she brings her up. We drive up and down the ridge where the farm's at. And we're looking for, see if we know its owner. So we're asking people, do they know this dog? You know, whose this dog is? And we get no luck, you know, finding whose dog this is. That's not that good a picture. There she is. There. So we couldn't find out who this dog is. So my daughter's named her Daisy. So I had a cable at the house here. And so I tied Daisy on my back porch underneath the deck so that she's out of the weather. I get her a moving blanket to lay on. We put out some food. I get some of Milo's food. We give her some chicken scraps. And she did. She felt real comfortable with us. And kept her overnight. We put it up on Facebook. Lost pets in our county. On my page. 20 people shared it. We can't find out who her owner is. And we think she might have been a drop-off, but She's healthy, in good shape. Looked like she had nails trimmed. Good looking dog, yes. And we don't know what to do. She's a sweetheart, as you can see, and we don't know what to do. Well, if I can fix that back. But she's been a really good little dog there. So my daughter's named her Daisy. So the next day when I went to get some feed at the farm store, I bought her a dog house. They had one of those tough box insulated like plastic ones, the nice ones. One a medium sized one for $65, and I asked the feed store lady. Told her my little story. Um, yeah, we've had her for like a week now. That was like last Friday. So we've had her about a week, and I put her bedding in for her. The feed store let me have the doghouse for $50, and I bought a steak and staked her. She's on a 34 KO. She's an outdoor dog, and she barks a lot, which you got on the other end of the house from where the bedrooms are, so we don't hear her. But she's just a sweetheart. My daughter walks her 2 or 3 times a day. It's giving her something to do while she's trapped in as a 20-year-old. You can't say no to her. She's feeding her twice a day. Gave her some nice gravy trained dog food I picked up at the Dollar General. Food and water. She's just gorgeous. I'm probably going to go ahead and give her shots and worm her and do everything, even though she looks like she's healthy as can be. But yeah, we've saved her. She's basically a rescue. But I heard this rumor. I'll see if you guys have heard this. Some of them have said that, yeah, I think animals pick their owners too. I think you're right. Yeah, I'm going to give her a good home and we might end up keeping her. I didn't think about a microchip Rocky Mountain Bear. That's a good thought. But, she had a collar on, but no name tag. She had that blue collar on. Um, so I don't know. That's a good question. So, but here's my thought. I could check with microchips. Remember, I live in a pretty rural area, rural state. I don't know if they would have a microchip, but I could get that checked. Would there be a tattoo on her ear or something if she's got a microchip? I could look for. I don't know that much about the microchips besides I remember people doing it. But I would have thought they would have had a name tag on her collar because she had that blue collar on her when we found her. I mean, there's no name tag on the collar whatsoever. So she even got loose today in the evening. It was dark out, and she stayed at the house. And she came up to the sliding glass door. Her lead had came unsnapped, so she already knows she's got a new home. She's smart as can be, smart as a whip. And she came to the sliding glass door where I had her tied up the first night and had her laying down. And she was there looking. She wants to come in. She almost seemed like she'd been an inside dog possibly too. Hey, good night, Curtis. Thank you. Look for a scar on the front of her neck. Okay, I can do that. It is an English pointer. It is. That's exactly what I think it is. I looked it up, looked at pictures of her, David, and I'm virtually positive she's an English pointer. I used to have rabbit dogs, and buddies have coon dogs and bird dogs, and I think she's definitely an English pointer. And she's gorgeous. She's a female. She's pretty as a picture. And I'm pretty sure she's an English pointer. She's a medium-sized dog. Just gorgeous, as you can see in the pictures there. And she's really latched onto my daughter during a difficult time because you can imagine a 20-year-old in college and all of a sudden you've told her she's got to stay home. It's not really what she's been doing. They come with a tag similar to a rabies tag. Owner puts it on. The animal clinic. Let me see. Read this. Ankle would have a scanner feel between her shoulder blades for a small bump. Okay, I can do that. There's no tag on her though. I like the name Ladybird too. My daughter's been naming her Daisy. My wife called her Dixie by accident a couple times, and I tried to call her that. My daughter should know her name's Daisy, so she's been calling her Daisy. Okay, she adopted 2 cats that microchips both have scars, fur on their necks. Okay. Well, I'll look around for it. So scars on their neck, and then you look between the shoulder blades too, feel for a bump, right? Yeah, I used to have a beagle named Daisy, but man, she's such a good dog. This one is. But I'm betting there's probably not a microchip though. And the reason why I say that is, I've been trying to find the dog where she was at, and she has this collar, but no name tag on the collar whatsoever. I mean, nothing. Here she's got a collar on, so you think she's the owner's. She's been fed well. As you can see, she's not skinny. She had a couple ticks on her that were plumped up. I pulled off of her underneath her. It's already getting warm up here. And so my daughter told me there's a gray thing on her belly, and I looked and she had a tick, and I got that off of her. So different companies put microchips in different spots. I can check her out well. I'll check her out really good there. But eventually, if I keep her another week or two, I'm going to have to. Oh, it's Milo does along fine with her. Milo, of course, Milo's getting like 6 years old. He's getting to be a grumpy old man. This dog's probably 2 years old at best. She seems like she's not a pup, but she's a very young dog. I'm thinking 2 years old, three max, but I think she's probably 2 year and a half, 2 years old is what I think. But Milo likes her. I might say likes her. He puts up with her. He's a boy dog. She's a girl dog. And the longer she's around, he'll like her more because that's the way he's been with my kids' dogs and stuff. But being that he's inside and she's outside, Milo just kind of does his own thing. He's got all kinds of neighborhood girl dogs that come to see him. He thinks he's cock of the walk and stuff around here. Milo thinks he's Mr. Big Stuff. He really does. He thinks he's got attitude. He's got little man syndrome. He thinks he's big man in a little body, or big dog in a little dog body. Which he's a sweetheart and stuff, but we think the world of Milo. You know that. But man alive, he just thinks he's the cock of the walk. He has a random goat show in his field, and it's weird. People are having random animals show up to stay with you, warm, loving home. Yeah, you know what? Have you all heard that people might be dropping dogs off because they think they got the coronavirus, or if they carry coronavirus? Or maybe people are like, okay, we got to be pent up, and they're buying extra food and they don't want to feed the dog. That's what I kind of wonder if she was dropped off. And I know people know I own that farm, and that's the gate I go into because I don't live on my farm. It's about 15 minutes away, so I got there every night, and just recently got a new truck. So, people think, well, this is a good place because this guy's, does well. He's got cattle and chickens, and that's kind of my hobby. So, I'm not a rich man by any realm of the imagination, but, we're not desolate or anything. But they probably felt like she would go to a good home. I just wonder if somebody didn't drop her off because she was right by the gate, and she had bedded down and made her a bed in a bunch of foxtail grass by the gate, and you could tell she had been laying there a while. And when I came, she was real timid, and wagging her tail, and she was just real scared, and her humping down. She was real sheepish. And I talked to her and say, honey, because I didn't know her, and I want to make sure she wasn't mean or anything like that. And of course, she was just a sweetheart. And I called her, and she came right to me, and then she just started loving my daughter. Opened the door and came up to her, and that's the first picture I took right there of her. But that's old Daisy. So Daisy's now been with us about a week now, and she's eating good. And I guess I need to probably go ahead and worm her and give her a booster shot and do what I can for her. But I will definitely check for microchip. That's not a bad idea. Let's see what's Daisy. Daisy like bubbles? Maybe Daisy likes the dance party. There you go. Daisy got a little dance party going on. Oh, just being goofy. Being goofy. But thanks everybody for jumping in. Let's see who else is on here. Got a random goat show up in your field. Yeah, but has anybody heard anything about people dropping dogs off right now? Yeah, Milo really does do his own thing. You're right. He really does, Whitney. He thinks he's just been around long enough, raised from a puppy here, that he just feels like, hey, when my daughter brings her dogs over, my son brings his dogs over, the neighbors come over and visit their dogs and stuff. He just thinks he's Mr. Big Stuff. He really does. But he's a cat bird. But that's Daisy. And Daisy's a sweetheart. So I need to do a video on Daisy, don't I? I got a video I should probably work on tonight and load it so people see it in the morning with the farm. There's from Chunky Butt. There's some more bubbles. Oh, but now I thought I'd just jump on here and see how everybody was doing. Yeah, she does look like a short-haired version of Brittany Spaniel. So I was looking up at the bird dogs and Costco ran out of dog food. Yeah, see, I think something's going on with the dogs. People are thinking, the crazy stuff about toilet paper and paper towels, and all the meat aisles are cleared out. I went the other day to pick up some stuff, and they had a limit 2 packs of hamburger, and I was like, I got 1 pack because I didn't even need any more than that because it was a big package they had. But then I was wanting to get bread, and they were out of bread, and I told my wife, I said, we had an extra loaf. I said, you might want to freeze that, and we'll just use our bread sparingly. And I bought some frozen bread you can make stick in the oven, make rolls, dinner rolls, things like that, because they still had that in the freezer section. But all the loaves of bread were all gone. But just the craziest things, like you said, I've got bottled water, which we drink a lot of. I did pick some of that up weeks ago, but we go through literally 2 of those a week, so I'm not hoarding it. Our city water's terrible. So we drink bottled water. We use it for coffee. We use it for cooking. Our city water is heavily chlorinated and an old water system. So we do use a lot of bottled water, and it's not hoarding it. We go through a couple cases a week easy, sometimes more. Now that we're stuck at the house, probably more. Um, I can't imagine just dropping one, especially when it looks like that. Yeah, they've been out of milk. Eggs, I've heard too. The ones I've seen still had eggs. Your city water's horrible too. Yeah. Yeah, we drink a lot of bottled water. We drink more water now. We used to, years ago, we drank a lot of pop and tea and Kool-Aid and stuff, and we've just now just gotten to be much more water drinkers. And I think it's just better and healthier for you all the way around and stuff too. So if y'all just jumping in, 6 people in here, 7 likes. This is ECP Bubble Night. That's what we're doing. We're just talking about life events, and we're talking about a new member to the ECP family, and that's Miss Daisy. That somebody dropped off out there at my farm, and we picked up. Man, I used to drink the heck out of milk. I don't do as much of it anymore, and we've got some milk, but we just became big water drinkers. I used to eat a lot of cereal too. But dance party. But my wife loves Dr. Pepper. She's slowed down on it some. Yep. We used to have gravity filters. Yeah, we've been doing one of the water filters, and it's okay, especially for like the coffee and stuff, like a Brita. It's a more expensive, like Brita water filter, and that makes our city water a little better. At least it gets that heavily chlorinated taste out of it too. So it gives you a big headache now. These bubbles are giving me a headache, I think. I can't stand looking at the screen of them bubbles, man. They're driving me nuts. But you know what I'm thinking too is this weather warms up a little bit, and I got membership to the OSPA, the Ohio State Prospectors Association. And since I've been pulled off work all week and stuff, I still have to do telework and online training and stuff on the computer, but sometimes that doesn't take, an hour or two in the whole day. At least I'm hoping. They haven't given us much stuff yet, but I can do it in the evenings or early mornings or whatever. But I'm thinking about sneaking out and get my wife and my daughter, because they're going to get cabin fever here real bad, to sneak out and do some gold mining. Hit the stream, get the high banker, the dredge out, whatever, or just a shovel and buckets and pans, and get out there and just pan for gold, bring a lunch, and do something else. I used to have goats. I know that. I used to have a lot of goats and sheep. I got a 102-acre farm, and we used to do that. Right now, I got 3 cows out there and about 8 or 9 chickens, and that's about all I want to fool with. I've actually thought about closing my farm. I'm kind of glad I didn't because I think I'm gonna have more time to spend with it now. I picked up another big roll of hay. Probably need to get another one just in case things get crazy. Just be stocked up. I bought about a dozen bags of feed, 50-pound bags of feed. So I got about 600 pounds of feed. One of those giant 5x5 rolls. You have a PCGS MS69 sheet of Charmin in unsqueezed condition. That's the dream. It's the dream of work. It's a lot of work on that farm. Cures the munchies and cottonmouth at the same time. Yeah, cereal does. Yeah, I like cereal too. I don't eat it much anymore like I should. My wife makes English muffins a lot. Sometimes does like egg and bacon on them English muffins, stuff like that. Kind of makes her own like McMuffin here at the house. My mom got her started on that. And so, she bought it last time about a week ago at Sam's. She bought a bunch of the big muffins, and I think we just got a few left, but we've been eating a lot of muffins in the morning. They had like the chocolate ones, the banana nut, and the blueberry and stuff. And they're ginormous muffins, and you eat half of one and you're full. But we've had a pretty good bubble time. Oh, I think you keep on getting slapped. I can look at it for a little while, then I got to stop. You guys are probably trying to pop them, aren't you? I wonder if you could pop them if you touch the screen. Well, I touch the screen, it does little stuff there. That's weird. As you can trace the bubbles around. Dance party. That's too funny. I'm trying to figure out what Dream does. Still plenty of toilet paper at your grocery store? Yeah, it's hit and miss. I noticed that the Dollar Trees had more. It seemed like the Dollar Trees and the Dollar Generals and the Family Dollars, they all still have plenty of toilet paper. The thing I've not been seeing in my area is the Purell or even the generic hand sanitizer. Now, we did make some. I bought some aloe vera gel and 91% alcohol, rubbing alcohol, isopropanol alcohol, and made our own hand gel and refilled our bottles with that. So it's 2 parts alcohol, 90% is ideal, 90 to 100% alcohol, rubbing alcohol. Ethyl, whatever, ethyl or whatever, whichever. Isopropanol is what I use, but there's the other one that starts with an E you can use too. But I did the isopropanol rubbing alcohol, 91%. So you do 2 cups of that or half cup, whichever one you're going to do, but 2 of them. 2 parts of alcohol, 1 part aloe vera gel, like you rub on your skin for sunburns and stuff. And then you mix that together with a whisk and get it mixed real good. And then you can pour it in your bottles, and it makes a hand disinfectant. And then the hand sanitizer. But you can also add like lavender oil or lemon oil or orange oil if you want it to have a scent. So I added a little bit of the lemongrass oil to it. I had here in the kitchen. So I put a few drops of lemongrass oil, so it smells really good. And even the 70% stuff, they say that it needs to be 60% concentration, so that might take it down to 50 or something. But the 70% even, because they didn't have that many 90% bottles when I picked them up, and they were small bottles. I made some 90% and I made some without a 70%. But even the 70%, my God, it's got to be killing everything because it smells so daggone strong, And I mean, it beats nothing. You don't have anything. I got some of the disinfectant wipes and stuff, but if you want the hand sanitizer, but I was reading on it, said that you want to rub your hands and then have it on there for 10 seconds before you touch your face or anything. So, hey, I have a few minutes until I get tired again to go to sleep. My allergies were horrible tonight. Hey, Archaeology Mikey, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping in. We're just chit-chatting. We're blowing up an onion sack. We're having a dance party with some bubbles. So is Kevin in here or Kevin? saying hi, Kevin or Kevin. Let's see. Is Kevin Rose or Kevin Rose in here? Yeah, there he is. Hey, Kevin. Pronounce it Kevin. You know who else I always call Kevin Rose Kevin, which I know that it's pronounced Kevin. And I also call Sherry Ward. It's not Sherry, it's actually Cherie, but it's spelled a different way too. And I always forget to tell her it's Cherie. All about dogs spreading corona. Dogs and cats get vaccinated for coronavirus as part of the combo booster shot, but it's a very species specific. Cannot get it from your pets. Good to know, Rocky Mountain Bear. You the man. And I'd heard that it wasn't. But I guess that's what people are worried about, you know. Yeah, if you don't have soap and water and your hand sanitizer, you're out here picking something up in and out of your truck or car, but I had to make some. I haven't seen any. I'm going to try and keep my eyes peeled when I am out. I've been kind of staying away from the store too much. Our state, West Virginia's got 8 cases now, and then they have like one in our area that came from Ohio, like an hour and 15, 20 minutes in Gallipolis or Gallia County, Ohio, that came down to our bigger hospital in Huntington. And so we have a case here locally in town. There's like 53,000 people in Huntington. So we got our first case today, but it's not a West Virginia resident because I live right on the West Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky border. Look at there, I can take the glare off with my hand. You got a degree in veterinary technology. I guess it's not necessarily, but not worth student loan debt. Did you become a veterinarian? Am I hoping? I always wanted to be a vet. Ended up in pre-vet, pre-med, and did that for a little 2.5 years, and then changed my mind to be a vet. I had like a 3.5, and they told me at the time my GPA needed to be higher. Your wife's a vet. Well, that's cool, Kevin. And so I ended up doing pre-med for a while, and then I changed to marketing and ended up selling in the specialty pharmaceutical field. Large animal vet. That's cool. 1 degree here. That's cool. That's a neat group. I'm really glad I got on here to get a chit chat with you all. I'm learning something too, and sounds like we're all having some fun here. 8 people in the house. So I'm sure we got some people just listening. Jeff H. Hey, my friend. We're just having a bubble dance party. See a little dance party going on. Little cut the rug action. It's going to be below 0 tonight. Well, how far north are you? 47, 420. 1 degree. Cause it got up to 70 here today, but it's supposed to get cold again tonight. 11 likes. 8 people in the house. Thank you for mashing the like button, everybody. Thank you, thank you. If you can mash it a few more times, anybody else in there, it'll be great. So where are you? What's your is that latitude or longitude, north and south? I'm trying to think here. I was on my way, been in an accident that took me out for a few years. Vet tech pays is not great, and I was on the highest paid in Utah. Wow, okay, so you're Utah, you're up in the mountains, is why it's getting cold. 2 hours from the Canadian border, northern Minnesota. Woo, you're up in God's country. Isn't that where they have two seasons, 4th of July and winter? I was up in St. Paul, Minneapolis, St. Paul, for a week in training. That was the joke they told up there. So we got 2 seasons up here, 4th of July and winter. That's too wild. Winter and construction. Yeah, I believe that too. I've heard that. I'll tell you what, when I was up there in Minneapolis, St. Paul, those Twin Cities, I went to the Mall of America. That was really neat. And I was amazed how clean the cities were out there. There was no trash. Everything looked really nice. Got property 2 miles from the border. You're wanting North Dakota, aren't you, Kevin? Don't come to Texas. You'll get all 4 seasons in one day. Along with a few tornadoes, right? Yeah, I found out my ancestors rolled Scotland, and before Scotland was called Scotland, it was called the Larian Kingdom. They ruled Scotland until year 1400, defeated the Vikings. That's pretty neat. Same here in Montana. Don't like the weather. Wait 5 minutes. It'll change, right, Kevin? So you're in Montana, Kevin? That's too funny. Oh, this is kind of neat to get to talk and carry on a little bit and get our minds off of anything crazy besides watching the news. Little dance party, little bubble. They've been trying to open a precious metals mine here for a decade. Really? It's pretty neat. That's cool, Kevin. I love the work, but I'm a single father. Just me and my daughter, and a draftsman. Job pay way better. Rocky Mountain Bear. That's pretty cool. That's too wild. There's the dream, but the dream doesn't look like it moves much. That's the dream. There's the glamour. I still like the 8mm. Like a projector in it. Crazy. I still think the spooky one was kind of neat. There it is. There's the haunting one. Get out here and see if there's any ghosts in ECP's house, huh? That's too wild. And sketch. Okay, get your pens and get your colored pencils out. Color the screen. There's the black and white documentary. Back to the 8mm. But we gotta love the bubbles. That's awesome. Props for sure on single father. There's no doubt. I don't know what that would be like to be a single father. I've got a wife of almost 30 years, and she's raised 3 kids with me. I can only imagine how hard that would be. My ancestors died in battle. She was 8. Led the army by her father's side. Wow, you're getting really to see your ancestry. Scotland Warrior Barrel. That's pretty neat archaeology, Mikey. I feel like you're getting to know your history pretty well with your family tree. That is pretty neat. Isn't it fun just to get a chit chat with one another? Have different various conversations on a Friday evening. Just get away. I think we'll probably have to start doing more of this just to keep our sanity. And, have something to talk or look at or just relax a little bit. Play with the screen, I think sometimes it just keeps you young at heart. I still think I'll keep on going back. There's the 8mm. Bubbles. It is neat meeting new people. So Jeff's got a 19-year-old twins. Wow. Yeah, I can't imagine mine are. So mine are 26, 24, and 20. So my 26-year-old lives in Cincinnati. I know you all see me on Cincinnati sometimes. My 24-year-old son lives over in Kentucky. He works for the Army Corps as an engineer. And he just got called back in to telework or work from home. And then my youngest daughter's 20. She's still at home, and she's going to get a speech pathology degree. So she's got a 6-year degree. She's going into her senior year. And so she's got to apply to school for that, or apply for the schooling, which she's got a 3.9. She should be able to get in without any trouble. There's normal. Let's go back to normal a little bit. So I'm just sitting here in the front room talking and carrying on. 13 and 10 boys. They're nuts some days. I can imagine, Kevin. Never having children, says 47,420. 47,420, we got to get you a name. It's hard to say that. Thanks, Whitney Balls. I've been very blessed with 3 beautiful, wonderful children, a wonderful wife, and my first and only wife, I believe. Like I said, it's going on close to 30 years. I figure if she put up with me this long, I might be able to make it to the finish line. Ooh, Milo helps a lot. Milo's her buddy. Oh, start yawning. I'm going to make you all sleepy. We've already been on here 50 minutes. Do you believe that? I feel like we just got on 5 minutes ago. I've enjoyed talking to you guys so much. Yeah, Mrs. ECP, she's pretty special. We should have some fun this summer. I'm hoping she told me, she said she doesn't mind if we have to stay home, but she wants when the weather warms up, she's already told me to get the pool open. And we need a new liner in the pool. And she's like, you just better get that liner put in that pool. Your babies are 28 and 20 years old. Hey, Aussie Coin Girl. Got a few more people jumping in. We got 9. That's fantastic. Yeah, we're having some fun. Good to see Aussie Coin Girl. That's where I got the gene from the ancestors because they travel from Greece to Egypt, then Scotland, Ireland, Norway, France, and I want to travel the world. There you go. Nothing wrong. I want to travel in retirement. I don't know if I want to do as much worldwide. I'd probably do the U.S. first, and the Caribbean, maybe some of the tropical islands. My wife's a big beach person. Oh, Rocky Mountain Bear, you probably know me better as Dove Season 91. So Jeff H is Dove Season, is that right? Is that right, Jeff? Am I saying that right? Dove Season, we know you well. You've been on my auctions and everything. Well, I've seen you on both, Jeff H and Dove Season. That's pretty cool. I know a lot of people's got more than one channel. I don't. I definitely do not. Travel is good. I want to travel. We used to have a camper and travel some with the kids, but I told my wife when we retire, I want to travel out west and Midwest and up north and down south. And I really want to get out and just basically spend my life on the road if I can. Get a nice RV or camper or something. But I definitely want to do that, and I like to gold prospect a lot too. Which of course is one of my big hobbies I'd like to be able to do. Been to the Bahamas, Bermuda, and Canada, and Italy, France, Spain, and Gibraltar, and England. Okay, I've been to most of those places. I've been to the Bahamas. I have been to not Bermuda, but what's the islands down there by the equator? Barbados. So I've been to Bahamas. I've been to Barbados. Done the Keys and stuff like that. I've done Italy. I've done England. I've done Hawaii. I've done California, Arizona, Texas, all that Southwest areas. A lot with work. I've done the northern cities like Chicago and Minneapolis, St. Paul. A lot with work. But vacation with my wife a lot there on the south and won a lot of trips with my companies. But done a few cruises. Not a huge fan of those right now. Oh, that's cool archaeology, Mikey. Never climbed a volcano, but I did do the snorkeling, the spinner dolphins on the cruise. We did the rainforest. We did the deserts. We did the volcanoes. We did some of the farm country. We did the four-wheelers. We did different things there on the big island of Hawaii is where we went. Had a trip for a week. We rented a car, so we got to do a lot of different stuff. And there's like, what, 8 or 9 climates on the big island? ECP, did you check out the small auction I got? Yes, I looked at that there last night. Had a couple items on there. I did see that, and I think I liked it and watched all of it there. I'm a big fan of your channel, Kevin. I didn't see any bids on anything there when I checked in on it, though. I don't know if you sold everything yet or not. Arizona is awesome, Jeff H. Dove season. I've been to Arizona a lot for meetings when I was with MedSurge for 16 years. We know a lot of Flagstaff and different parts of Arizona. We used to get a day off on Wednesdays when there were national meetings, and I went horseback riding a lot through Arizona. And then just one bid this afternoon. Yeah, I've done some of those silent auctions. They can be kind of tough. Yeah. Saw one part was very interesting documentary on YouTube tonight. That's good to know. I have to check that out. After my vacation, I planned the next vacation right away. Yeah, we had a vacation I was supposed to start today. down at St. George Island, Florida, and we got it canceled because of this nonsense. So we were already ready to get we had the vacation bug for spring break. My daughter was going to Panama City. We were going to be south of that about an hour and go at the same time, so she wouldn't be home alone. Silver Smokestacks, long time no see, my friend. Thanks for jumping in. Looks like we got 12 people in the house now. We're just chit-chatting. It's a pretty sensitive subject. What are we talking about here? Okay. Part one. All right. Hey, Steve Woods, stopped in to give you a thumbs up. Thank you so much. No worries, my friend. I was planning a holiday in the USA later this year. It's going to the crapper now. Yeah, it has. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow at Seekers Channel. Thanks, 47420. Starting a new job schedule is crazy. At least you're working, Silver Smokestacks. A lot of people are off work. I'm working from home right now, so I'm still getting a paycheck, but we're doing telework now. Work from home. So that's kind of where we're at. Night, Whitney. Whitney going to sleep. She hitting the hay. Did I miss her? All right, ECP, I'm heading out, but always good talking to you. Have a great night. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to multitask at the same time I can catch everybody. Later, Whitney. Be careful. Be safe. The documentary's about Chris Benoit. However you pronounce that. I'll have to try and check it out. Off work too, at home. Yeah, there's a lot of people teleworking or home working or working from home, which in this day and time you can kind of do if you do a lot of work on the computer. They're doing stuff for us, but right now a lot of our customers don't want us to do anything, even if they have the ability to virtually do like education or programs right now. I got 14 likes, 12 in the house. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for mashing that like button. Hey, Dennis Stewart, my brother from up north. How have you been, my friend? We're just chit-chatting and carrying on. It is crazy times. ECB, if you go to Phoenix, Arizona, I've been there several times. Look out for UFOs. Arizona is one of the top 5 states reported. Oh, I remember that. Yes, absolutely. I've been to Phoenix maybe 4 or 5 times with work at national meetings for a week. It's amazing because I've even went there during the heat of the year and it'd be 110 degrees outside, but almost zero humidity, and it doesn't feel bad at all. You barely left your house, so it's pretty much life is normal. You're hitting the hay too at 4:30. We'll be here real soon. Oh, you got to get up and go to work at 4:30, I'm guessing. Dove season, Jeff H. Tomorrow's Saturday, so I'm off. I don't have to even telework tomorrow. Doing very well, but the people are going nuts over groceries. Oh, yeah. So is Canada behind us, in front of us? Where are they at with this whole ordeal? Are you worried about the new black market being established? Oh, hadn't really thought about that. Jason Patton, well, everybody, I'm going to bed. Good night. Well, thanks, Jason, for being in there. A couple of us night owls will be in here for a little bit longer, I guess. We've been on for about an hour, but there's about 9 or 10 of us in here, so I think we'll hang in for a little bit longer. People have got some new people in here, probably want to chit chat to other people. Black market toilet paper and soap. Oh, I think what I saw in the news is the toilet paper makers are going into overtime to flood it right back out there, so people realize real quick there's not a shortage and plenty of it. So, and you've got to feel that people that have got all the toilet paper are not going to need to be buying more, so we should be okay. They're ordering stuff at the farmers for friends they can't find on the shelf. It's crazy. I don't understand. I understand people being up and getting some extra stuff, but I don't see why people that are getting an inordinate amount just doesn't make a lot of sense. You have about 1,500 cases and about 15 new ones here in British Columbia today. So is that British Columbia, is that above Washington State? That's not very good, is it? Well, we have 8 cases in West Virginia as of today. And we were one of the last state to get a case. And we've got the drive up set up at Walmart and the hospitals and stuff now to get in checked. So it's only going to keep going up. Right beside Seattle, that's why. Yeah. Yeah, because that was the area that really got hit the hardest, the quickest too, wasn't it? So obviously that's gotten a spread right there through Canada and the Northwest. I hate that for you guys. Be safe, Dennis. My goodness. Be safe out there, my friend. Vancouver's pretty bad. I hate that. You topped 100 cases in Minnesota last night. You have 11,000 cases across Australia. So, Aussie, so what's the update on Tom Hanks and his wife? Do you know anything there? Oh, you push carts for Walmart all day long? That's got to be crazy. I bet you're disinfecting those carts. 1,100 in Australia. Wow. And you think Australia's probably pretty rural. Is it mostly in the cities? Tom has gotten worse. Oh my, I hadn't heard any reports on that. So is he in ICU? Is he on a ventilator or anything like that, I wonder? Yes, mostly the cities. I think the big cities are the ones that are getting hammered so far, but they say the rural areas are right behind it. That's just crazy. I hope we get a cancel cruise to Puerto Rico. It was going to be in June. Yeah, we don't know how long this thing's going to last, do we? It's crazy. Well, I hope Tom Hanks gets better. Him and his wife. Hope everybody does. Not full ventilator, so he's probably just getting, what, oxygen right now, then I would guess. Wow. So I wonder if they've got him on the malaria drug or the HIV drug or anything like that, or the antibodies. I figure with him being a celebrity, they'd probably be pulling out all the stops. But I hope that malaria drug sounds like it has a lot of possibilities. No worries, Dennis. He's on antibiotics, and you wonder how much that helps with, probably helps with the fluid building up the lungs, but for the virus itself, still in the hospital. Your brother was supposed to run the Boston Marathon next month, so we know that's not going to happen then, right? 47,420. Well, keep him and everybody in our prayers. It's unreal. I haven't seen any updates on Tom Hanks, so I kind of wondered uh, if, yeah, Tom Hanks has got it and he's in Australia. It was on TV, but that was a few days ago, so they hadn't really given much of an update. Yeah, his movie has to get closed down now, I can only imagine. Postponed to the fall. Well, I hope he gets better. How's his wife doing? Do you know how his wife is doing? I forget his wife's name. I know she's a big star also, but I don't keep up with them too much. But everybody knows Tom Hanks. 40 million Californians ordered to stay home to prevent spreading COVID-19 is on the news right now. Jeez. Got the TV muted. I'm just reading the scroll on the bottom here. Unreal. Guys, gals, stay safe. Stay safe out there, for my goodness. His wife is clear, just worried. Yeah, because he's a type 2 diabetic, so it puts him at higher risk, right? And his wife might be in better health that way. Just shows I need to get my butt back in better shape too with stuff like this. My goodness, I'm going to try and get on the treadmill tomorrow. I told my wife to clear that junk off the treadmill. We're trapped at home. We need to start eating even healthier while we're here. And we can get outside as long as we stay away from people out the farm and around the subdivision. We need to get some exercise too. walk the dogs and whatnot. Hey, Casey Rhodes, my brother. How you been, my friend? Yeah, in West Virginia, I don't think that was their thought there. I think the big thing with West Virginia was we weren't doing a lot of testing. We didn't have a lot of the tests. So I think it was already in West Virginia, but just hadn't had a lot of testing done. And the first counties that got it were over in the eastern Panhandle near D.C. Then we got some in the northern part up there around Parkersburg and Morgantown, which is up on the Pennsylvania border, the Ohio border, and now we've got some in Charleston. And one case here in Huntington that came from Gallia County, Ohio, about an hour and a half north. But I don't know if that would have done any good. I think it was already here. I think I need a hot chocolate. Doesn't sound bad, especially if it's 1 degrees there. You probably need a couple hot chocolates. Well, I hope Tom Hanks does good. Hope everybody does. Yeah, the U.S. and China relationship's going more sour. Yeah, I think that China could have probably stopped a lot of this worldwide. I don't think they're going to come out in a good light on this entire thing. And it just makes no sense that you think of being a humanitarian whatsoever. If you've got something like this, why on God's green earth would you let it get out? And you know what's going on. You're not giving out information. I just don't understand why you would let a pandemic happen like this when you got something this nasty. And they kept saying it wasn't anything that bad and whatnot. And surely they knew better than that. And we know they did. But it's crazy. You were lurking the last time a bit and laugh out loud. You're all right. You can lurk all you want, man. It's still watch time. See what I'm saying about did you did you what North Korea did to the first victim of the virus? No, what did they do? Archaeology, Mikey. Right, killed him or something. No, I didn't know. I'm in Johnson County, Kansas. It is hot. It's part of Kansas City, and Kansas will be test for the week is over. Huh? They knew about a month earlier. We got several conversations going. Yes, they did know earlier. We knew that. Franklin County, Kansas, nothing yet. And I don't think we got anything in Wayne, West Virginia yet either, which is my county. Oh, we got one in Cabell County that came down from the northern part of Ohio and went to the bigger hospital here. But they're still testing and everything. But you kind of think of that, somebody that lives an hour and 15 minutes away wanted to get better health care, so they came to the better, nicer, bigger hospital with the university. They shot him in their only country now that is not affected. Yeah, because they got closed borders, right? They got it and they shot him. Oh, it's no surprise though, is it? Unreal. Here's my email. There you go. Casey Rhodes able to do his trading there. He's got his mod ship. He can give his email. They've stopped interstate traveling there now. So they stopped interstate traveling in what? North Korea or in China? Stop it in China. I'm guessing. Well, I think that's the only way we can really get this under control is. Oh, in the USA, have they stopped? No, they have not. They have not. We haven't stopped state to state or interstate traveling at all. No, we haven't. Certain hot spots and cities like Los Angeles and New York are on like lockdown for the most part. That's different varying amounts, and they're still dealing it with state to state. Um, but we're approaching 20,000 cases in the U.S. now, and it's saying now on TV that men are more likely to die from coronavirus. That's crazy. I think I'm gonna stay home. They just stopped international travel. Yes. Mama just gotten back from Florida. Can they leave California? I don't know. Riders are killing more men. 70% in Italy, 64% in China, 54% in South Korea. That's the percentage of males versus females. I just hope they find some of these new drugs that can keep people from dying. They can start working a whole lot better. And I hope they can get a vaccine out for this soon, too. Steve Woods, you got anything for sale? Oh, Casey just trying to buy stuff. Buy, sell, trade Casey, Young Gun. There with their, haven't heard much about India. I think India was like Iran. Didn't they get it pretty hard too? I haven't looked at. I know that Italy and Romania and France were getting it pretty hard. It's hard to keep up with all the different countries and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. This is just so crazy. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm even worried once I go back to work if they don't have a vaccine or something for it. What are we going to do? Because I call in doctors' offices. I can't imagine walking into these offices. Casey, will you please do me a favor and look at one of the videos from Casey Romans, and I will forever told you for every time I see your name, I think of her channel. That's funny. Steve Woods is a good guy. Follow his suggestions, Casey Rhodes. Known Steve forever. He's one of my first viewers. That's too funny. What it is, what time is it here? I can't even tell what time it is. So, a couple new people came on here. EVG hobbies, I'm doing pretty good. Been doing Thursday night auctions, my friends, what I've been doing mostly. I'm making a video every now and then. And I got something new here I want to show you guys. So this is what was at my farm this week. So this is the newest member of the family. She was a drop-off. This is Daisy. So Daisy looks like an English pointer. That's what it is. So you're streaming on Thursdays. Yeah, I'll do it like 8:30 Eastern till about 10:30 for about 2 hours. And I just randomly picked a time. I didn't really pay attention to who was doing what. I think I'm going on during Yankee stacking and Silver Dragons, but I mean, I think all the good time slots are pretty well, locked up. I mean, if you want to go against a Monday, Wednesday, Friday with Rob Fine's Treasure and 600 people online watching him, Saturday nights is Silver Seeker, and you got all these other medium-sized channel or 1,000 people channels. It's just hard to fill up with it. But looks like she was a drop-off at my house. This is Daisy. We're trying to find her owner, but I've had her for the week. She jumped up in my truck, my new truck. So it gives you an idea. She's a pretty dog. So that's my daughter. There you go. So that's Daisy. So she's an outside dog, though. Milo, not sure what to think of it, but need to do a video on the newest member of the ECP family. My wife started calling her Dixie, and my daughter told her, no, her name is Daisy, Mom. So there's Daisy. So I got to get off of that daggone coronavirus talk. Sorry, guys, it's driving me nuts. Yeah. She's an RV channel. Yeah, and that's what Silver Turtle 65. He does a lot of his channel is RV channel too. So Casey's going to look at it there. Yeah, Daisy's a good girl. She found a nice home. I think she picked us. The other day, the Prime Minister announced huge fines for sick people that don't stay quarantined. There's a pill slowing down the virus. I heard in the news. Come up with a vaccine. That's correct. Yep. All right, guys and gals. We got 10 people in here. We've been on for about an hour and 15 minutes. You're a cat lover, but I do like dogs too. Me too. I like them both. I like dogs and cats, but I'm allergic to cats, so I don't own one. I've had a few cats out the farm that can be in the barn and stuff. Don't have one right now, but yeah, that's is what it is. But hey, guys, I want to thank everybody for jumping in here for a chit chat for about an hour. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Hate to cut out on you, but I think I'm about ready to fall asleep on y'all. But I just want to tell you how much I appreciate all of you. I just want to tell everybody it was great to catch up and get a talk here to everybody in the community. An hour and 15 minutes. You can keep going. Longest stream I ever had was 9 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah, you want me to just leave it on and you guys can talk? Y'all can look at Daisy. I can leave it running all night long and everybody from the community can just talk and I'll take the watch time, right? That's always a possibility. I've heard of people doing that. I've never done that. But now I'll try and jump back on. Maybe tomorrow day some everything. We found a 2015 DDO and a 2018 DDO. 10 coins in one roll. That's pretty neat. Hit me later after 1 p.m. if you can. I will. I'll give you a call tomorrow, Casey. No worries. I got a lot of work ahead of me. We're still trying to close my mom's house that sold. My daughter bought a cat to me and asked me to keep it for 2 days. It's been a year and I got her fixed. And she loves me. I'm indifferent. Yeah. This one right here, you can see what happened. My 20-year-old daughter's got it. Yeah, I understand that. That always starts. All my pets have been temporaries and they end up being full-time pets. But guys and gals, thank you so much. Everybody out there. See, well, I hate to jump off because we got 9 or 10 people on here. I'm getting, what, 9, 10 minutes of watch time for every minute that goes by because we got that many of you on here. I mean, I'm loving that part of it because I'm still trying to get to that 4,000 hour mark. So I probably should stay on, but my eyes are getting real heavy. But hey, Archaeology, man, thank you. But everybody at ECP, just telling everybody how much I appreciate you, how much I've enjoyed talking to you, catching up. And I just want to tell everybody to please stay safe out there. Use good precautions. Wash your hands, hand disinfectants, wipes. Even if you don't think it's in your area, you really don't know what we don't know. Just be smart out there. And everybody be safe. So everybody, thank you so much. ECP, over and out. Thanks. Take care, guys and gals. Have a good one. Be safe.